Hello, Seesaw teachers. I wanted to give you a quick video to decipher this new activities feature in Seesaw. It is so awesome, and I wanted to tell you some of the basics, how to use it. And you know what? Really and truly, this is really going to change the way that you use Seesaw in your classroom. It really is. So, the first thing I want to talk to you about is this is the teacher iPad here. This is the student iPad. In order to see this new activities tab in here, you are going to need to update both the teacher and student iPads to version 5.5, which is the latest update. All right, so make sure those are both updated. I also had to log my student iPad out and log it back in for that to show up. I'm not sure if you all have to do that, but that was something I needed to do. Also, your kids will not see this activities tab until you've created an activity for them. So let's take a look here. And when I tap on the activities tab on my teacher iPad, you can see I have activities and drafts. So let's go first to the activity library. Let's talk about that first. The activity library, you can search by grade and it will show all the activities you've created. Okay, so you see right here, my activities, or it'll show all the Seesaw activities or show them all together. Seesaw has created some basic lessons or basic activities that you can do with your kids, all right? And you can go by grade or just see all of them. And these activities, let's take one for example, describe yourself. Let's say you wanted to do something similar. Now you can just leave this as is and share it with your students, or you can actually customize it as well. Okay, so let's say I wanted to change this just a little bit before I share it with my kids. All right, I can hit customize, and then maybe I want to record my own voice instructions. I can do that by clicking the X, and I can change the voice instructions. I can change the photo attached. Okay, what this is for is this is the example you're giving your kids for how you want them to do it. So I can add my own example of what I want this to look like, and it will attach that right to the activity so that kids can see what you're expecting of them in this activity. You can also add a template. So if you wanted to add, like for word sorts, if you wanted to pre-add all the words so the kids are just going to basically take your template and change it around, you can do that. Okay. You see up here too, you can change the activity name and the instructions in there too. One other neat thing in here, if you look at the preview, do you see how there's these little, like the Seesaw add button, the camera, the text tool, the drawing tool, the check mark? If you want to add those in there, you can see how to do that right here. If you do colon, add colon, that is the plus button. The colon photo colon, that would be the little picture of the camera. Colon label colon would be the little T, the label feature. And then colon check colon, that is that little check mark that say you're done and add to your journal. There's also colon mic colon, that would be the little microphone. So when you add it like that and you look at the preview, then you get these little cool pictures. So that is really cool. All right, now I'm all done editing this. Now I'm ready. I hit share. And you can actually, I shared it with all my students, but you can actually customize who you share it with as well. And I'll show you that a little bit more in a minute. Now on my student iPad, you can see over here, now they have an activity in there. Okay, there's the one that I just added. Now they click respond or add. So here I go, I'm going to respond to it and then turn it back in. From there, it works just like other things, waiting for teacher approval. And on my end, now it's going to say, hey, you have somebody's waiting for teacher approval. When I review these, this is really cool. Do you see how it shows all of the kids that I assigned this to? So I can see who has completed it and who has not. How cool is that? All right. So let's say that I want to create my own. All right. So you can create them. You can also save them in drafts if you're not finished. But let's just make an activity here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go to create new. All right. And actually, I'm not going to make you sit through all that. Here's one I just created, book snaps. I said take a picture of a page you've read, choose an emoji. I have voice instructions, okay? When you click customize on here, you can see how I use those little, colon photo, colon mic, colon to add those things. Here is my recording that says how to do it. And then here's where I'm asking to, if it's saying, do I want to add an example of what I want this to look like? I can add what I want the book snap to look like here so the kids can see it. All right. Now down here, do you see where it says share with all? I can actually hit edit and say, no, I only want it shared with these certain kids. Right? Great for differentiation. I hit preview. There's what it looks like. And then I hit share. Okay. Now on my student iPad, we'll see that activity pop up when I click on activities. There it is. There's the book snap. They can hit add. They do their book snap. They turn it back in. And then I approve it. The great thing about this, one of many things, is that all these fake folders or fake students we've had to add to do word study or reading, we can now really get rid of those. We don't have to. If you like copy and edit and those kind of things, you can still use those. But in effect, this gets rid of those. Another thing that you should know is when parents get these, they are actually going to see what it was that you had your kids do. So this activity, they'll see what you assigned for them along with the response of their child. So it gives parents a little context of like what were you having them do, which is always a big thing with parents. They're saying like I got this post, but I'm not sure what this was about. All right, so that is activities in a nutshell. I'm sure there's tons of questions, and you know what? Just know that Seesaw is going to do some tutorials about this, and there will be more to come. But definitely get started, play with this with your class, get it going, and I am sure you are going to love this. I cannot wait to try this with my students tomorrow. All right, good luck, Seesaw teachers.